I never thought that I'd end up the guy begging for change in front of a gas station. But I did. Going out with the boys turned to fighting with the boys. All I was trying to do was get some cheap drinks. It's embarrassing. When you wreck yourself from alcohol or drugs, it's embarrassing.
You and I know you about that life.
What's up, what's up, what's up, internet people? It's your boy Colorado Caddy, and we're back for another one. So, ever since the start of this, I've explained that I want to use my platform to reach out to those struggling, those in addiction, those actively in addiction, those recovering in addiction, those dealing with those stresses and those pressures that a lot of society just doesn't understand. And this is a crisis. This is a fucking epidemic. People are dying from addiction every single day. Maybe you yourself don't suffer from it, but I can almost guarantee that you know of or know somebody that does. So no, this isn't going to be one of those videos where I review something electric or where I ride around and act a fool and get into shenanigans. This is going to be one where we sit down and talk about something real. Something that I don't think gets posted or talked about enough. And quite frankly, it's something very, very serious going on. So let me give a little bit of background on myself for those who are new to the channel or for those who have kind of just forgot. Alcohol ruined my fucking life. Hold on. Let me start this again. My real name is Gabriel. And alcohol destroyed my life. There's no question about it. I started drinking when I was pretty young. Drinking beers, drinking 40s with the homies. All that, you know what I'm saying? Glamorizing a lifestyle that I honestly had no idea about. You see being gangster and all you see is big rims, flashy cars, all this shit that comes with being a dope boy and that comes with being a party boy, a G, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And that's what you see. But you don't see the behind the scenes shit. You don't see that lifestyle can end you up in dumpsters. And that's what it did to me. I said end up in dumpsters, trash cans. I was sleeping behind the liquor store because it was too far of a walk from my grandma's house. And thank God I had my grandma's house to go to, because if it wasn't for that couch, a lot of nights I have no idea where I'd end up. My grandma was the only person there for me, and she's probably one of the biggest bridges I burnt. So when I was about 18 years old, after a huge court case and some really stupid shit happening in my life, I got out of jail and I landed a pretty good job at a little car wash. Not a car wash, like a car lot with one of my friends. And he worked really hard to get me promoted. Ooh, I think there's a loose dog. He worked really hard to get me promoted, to get me to a point in the company where I could actually make some money and do something with myself and not be that poor guy anymore. Well, the more money that came, the more drinking I did, because I was mad at the system. I was mad at everybody. How dare the world let me down? How was that fair to me? I'm just gonna get drunk and stay drunk. None of my problems existed when I was drunk. So it was easy. It was easy to ignore every single sign that I was slowly losing the little bit of shit I had. Going out with the boys turned to fighting with the boys. Going out and looking for girls at parties and clubs turned into me just straight up looking for liquor. I would go to ladies' night at the bars and the clubs and show up at 6 p.m. and be wasted by 7:30. I didn't give a damn about the girls that were there. All I was trying to do was get some cheap drinks. You know what I'm saying? I started robbing, I started stealing, I started lying immensely to everybody, to myself. I was telling lies that I started believing myself just because I was so actively caught up in that lie, because all my mind could focus on was getting the next drink and how I was going to get drunk again. It's disgusting, but it's the truth. You might say like, yo, how the fuck can this dude come on the internet and just spill all the beans like that? Oh, I ain't said nothing yet. I'll go into detail on everything. And you know why I make videos like this and why I need to make a video like this is because it's embarrassing. When you wreck yourself from alcohol or drugs, it's embarrassing. It's hard to stand up and say, I did that. But you know what? I did that. I'll say it. I'll say it for all of us. You fucked up, I'll say I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? We're all in this shit together, and that's honestly how I look at it. And when I say together, I mean from those of you who are thinking about quitting drinking to those of you who have 10, 20 years in recovery. For me personally, June 19, 2017 is the day I put down the bottle. I could not stomach who I was. It was disgusting, guys. Like, you know that feeling? You know that feeling when you're using and you're in like a hardcore bender, and in the back of your mind there's that gross feeling where like you're fucking up. You know nothing you're doing is right. And the way you get rid of it is just to use more and consume more and drink more and party more and whatever. I don't even like to use the word party. A lot of people in recovery say, I was partying so hard. Okay, look. At the beginning, when I was 18, 19, 20, 21, I was partying. That was partying. That was, woo! I'm in the club. I'm getting crunk. Pow, chicka, wow, what? Boo, boo, boo. What's up? But after that, that was not partying. Passing out in the alleys. Stealing money out of my grandma's purse. Ignoring phone calls from my daughter's mother because I knew that if I had to face responsibility, it meant I had to put down a bottle. And there was nothing in the world that was going to get me to put down a bottle. Like I said, guys, it was disgusting. My addiction, my alcoholism was truly gross. So when you're watching this video and you're kind of sickened by looking at me and hearing the things that I've done and the things that I've avoided in my past, imagine that times a million. That's how I felt every time I looked in the mirror. That's why I had to stop. I was shaking and seizing every night. They had to pour liquor into my mouth. I'd get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, turn on all the lights. If I was out of place, if I was even under a roof that had lights, if I wasn't in the fucking street, and I'd watch George Lopez and I'd get fucking lit. I'd drink about a fifth of whiskey until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and I'd pass out. Wake up at 11, drink a handle, pass out, wake up, drink another handle, pass out. That was my life. I have no idea how the two people who stuck around during the worst of this actually stuck around. Yeah, two people. Two people were there at the very end of it. My wife now, Priscilla, and my grandmother. And I can't blame anybody. That's the thing, is I can't say because everybody turned their back on me because nobody cared. Everybody did care, and I burnt all those bridges. I had people reach out and try to help me. I had people offer me assistance. I had people give me assistance. I had a lot of things while I was drinking just handed to me out of pity, out of whatever. And it's not anything that I'm proud of. But it's that I had gotten that low to that point. I mean, I was a popular kid in high school. I was always happy. I was always having fun. I never thought that I'd end up the guy begging for change in front of a gas station. But I did. But what I'm here for today is not to glorify or tell war stories about all the dumb shit I've done. I could do that in another video. What I'm here for today is because I've noticed a lot of people that I know, that I watch, that I see starting to go down the same path that I was. And it's just in the world in general. I mean, Especially with phones and everything that we're teaching addiction at such a young age and we don't even know it. You don't understand that just handing your child a tablet or a phone every time they're upset or giving them that to only rely on, that's developing an addictive personality before they even have a chance to get hooked on good shit like crack. Obviously, that's a joke. Getting hooked on crack isn't good. That's a sketchy ass road to go down too. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in recovery for alcohol, don't start smoking crack. Crazy thing is, actually, when I first got into recovery, I met with a counselor and he told me he didn't care if I was shooting heroin as long as I wasn't drinking. So I just want to say that's a crock of shit. But yeah, guys, if you're drinking and your partying is beginning to affect your happiness, your physical state, your financial state, just take a step back and look at it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And if you are in recovery and you feel like, okay, I quit drinking, I put the bottle down, now everything's supposed to be good, right? No. The first few years of recovery really suck. It's really hard for you mentally to grasp onto how big of a piece of shit you were. So you're going to go through a lot of depression. You're going to go through a lot of anxiety. Paranoia is a bitch as well. Let me say that again. Paranoia sucks. But it's just your mind waking up to what and who you were. And from there, you can start moving on. You need to develop and teach yourself other habits because obviously you have an addictive personality. You're an addict and that's fine. I'm a fucking addict. A lot of people who are still watching the video to this point are addicts or know addicts, so they know what I'm talking about. If you want to know if you're an addict or not on anything, go put your phone down for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. See how many times you reach for it. See if you miss it. See how you feel about that. Most y'all are probably addicted to your phones, whether you want to hear that or not. But yeah, just develop new and healthy habits, addictions. I ride. You guys know I ride everything. I ride electric skateboards, one wheels, e-bikes. I just got on this Sur-Ron electric dirt bike and that thing's just stupid fun. And that gives me as much dopamine as I need. And it keeps that serotonin flowing, which is what we need. Downtime and boredom are addicts' worst enemies. If you have a lot of free time on your hands and you're getting bored often, I promise you recovery is going to be a lot harder. Yeah, if you know anyone struggling or you yourself are struggling, please, without hesitation, reach out. Let me know, drop a comment, shoot a DM, check out my Instagram at Colorado Caddy. And let's rap about this, guys. Let's quit pushing addiction and shit to the side like it's something to be embarrassed about. Let's own it. You know what I'm saying? My name's Colorado Caddy, aka Gabriel, aka Colorado Caddy, whatever you want to call it. I'm an alcoholic. Thank you for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to talk about this a little bit more now.
You and